851, turn right, heading 180. 14 Papa, turn right 245, report localizer established 27.
Welcome to the launch of a brand new series here on the channel, revisiting and reviewing older aviation news, taking a look at how it's developed over the years and where it currently stands now. Today's focus is on when Virgin Atlantic ordered the Airbus A380, which, while not in their fleet now, was for a significant period of time in their future fleet. Virgin Atlantic was among some of the first customers for the Airbus A380, signing for the world's largest passenger aircraft all the way back in 2001, now 19 years ago. Originally, Virgin Atlantic had the expectation they would welcome on their very first A380 into their operations by 2006. Obviously though, ignoring specifically with Virgin Atlantic, this did not pan out exactly according to plan, as the A380 program underwent a number of teething issues prior to it eventually being delivered to launch operator Singapore Airlines. As the years continued to pass, Virgin Atlantic didn't look any more likely to welcome the jet into their fleet. With just 6 on order, many started to doubt whether or not the airline would ever fly the series. Now, it isn't uncommon for airlines to order aircraft and never operate them though. This has occurred on multiple occasions, with the very first that comes to mind for me being American Airlines and the Airbus A350. Now, had Virgin Atlantic operated the A380, it would have actually flown alongside their Boeing 747s. That's now a type that has indeed been unfortunately retired. Comparing that though with their direct competitor British Airways, who also fly the Airbus A380 and Boeing 747 simultaneously. Of course, the pair are indeed not really flying at the same capacity given COVID-19, but if this wasn't occurring now, we would see them both flying together. In 2012, Delta invested in Virgin Atlantic, an airline known not necessarily for being the biggest A380 fan, if you will. A lot of people marked this down as the point when it looked unlikely the airline would ever see the jet join up, if people didn't already have their doubts prior to 2012. If we move even earlier though, before 2012, they had already been delaying the delivery for the jet. Even after Delta did indeed invest, it continued with the various delays being applied as the years passed. One of the final nails in the coffin for the jet though was when Virgin Atlantic ordered the A350-1000, a twin-engine jet that obviously is not the same size as the Airbus A380. I mean, one has 4 engines and one has 2. However, to many, the A350-1000 would be the ideal aircraft choice in this modern day and age that could do what Virgin had originally slated the A380 to do, with Virgin Atlantic on a whole being able to use the additional cabin space found on the -1000 variant over the -900 to their advantage inside the cabin, with new cabin products and new ideas that would help boost the overall interest in their product over other airlines, especially their competitors on transatlantic services. The announcement for the A350-1000 order came at the 2016 Farnborough Air Show and was worth US $4.4 billion at list price value. However, of course we know airlines do get discounts, but they are not publicly disclosed. In the contract, they signed for 12 A350-1000s at the time. Following this, some 2 years later in 2018, Virgin Atlantic formally confirmed that it had cancelled its order for 6 of the Airbus A380s, and it was therefore completely removed from the Airbus order and delivery sheet, and confirmed, as we know, to no longer be a part of the airline's plans. They said at the time of the cancellation, following a thorough review of our fleet, we've taken the decision not to pursue our order for 6 Airbus A380. We believe the A350-1000 will best serve our customers and network, and will enable us to continue reducing the carbon emissions from our fleet through our ongoing investment in quieter, more fuel-efficient aircraft. Now, this is of course referring to the A350-1000, but we can't forget they do also fly the 787 Dreamliner, another type of aircraft that's put in the modern-day bracket for efficient aircraft. How Virgin Atlantic would have looked with the A380 is an interesting question to ponder, but one that fuels wild speculation, so I will not be taking a look at that in this video. This was the story of Virgin Atlantic and the A380. If you enjoyed this type of video, let me know, and of course I'll look at doing more in the future if the response is good. However, until the next video, please do indeed take care and stay safe. I'll see you all next time.